that should be good for that. Stream key. Boom. Welcome to the YouTube Live. We are going to be going over these questions you got to ask for day one of the Write More Policies Challenge. Went absolutely phenomenal today. Let's see. And that should now start. And we are live. Perfect. What is up, party people? We are going over an AMA for day one of the Write More Policies Challenge. It went phenomenal. We crushed. People showed up. And they got some bombs. All right, let me share this in the Facebook for that. And we will be good to go. We're going to answer some questions back here that people had at the very end of that. Write More Policies Challenge. All right, so let's start off with, and for those of you on YouTube, let me know if you are, let's see, Christy, are you here? I'll pay attention to the chat while we're going through this, and we'll see if Christy is with us. So headline and creating lead magnets, we also had that same question being asked from Ariana. So how do I think of lead magnets when it comes to selling insurance? Well, first off, I have to understand that most people don't want to buy insurance. And so I have to get really good at creating problems in their life that build associations and connections to things they already have a pain from or a price they pay with. And I bridge the gap. I must create the need for insurance solving that problem. Okay? I have to create and construct a path for them to go down to build the neural network, literally the mental bridge on connecting the problem they have and associating it with the problem that could be solved by insurance. And so there's a lot of mental gymnastics. I take great pride in my thought processes behind this stuff because it works flawlessly. But by all means, if you want to stay poor, if you want to keep reading from your precious scripts, working these fucking leads, go do it. Go do it. Lead vendors are dickheads. All right? Can't stand those people. Anyways, so how do we create lead magnets for selling to cold strangers? Someone who has never heard our name before, someone who doesn't know who we are. How do we start doing that stuff? Well, we're not going to come out and make promises because we know people will pay more to get out of pain more than they will go pay to get towards pleasure. And we don't trust strangers to take us towards pleasure because when we were young, our parents taught us not to trust strangers. They forgot to tell you that when you're 18, that rule no longer applies. Okay? What's going on, YouTube world? We're on Facebook as well. So Christy, Ariana, let me know if you guys are here. I'm going to walk you through kind of how to think about building your lead magnets. And this is crucial. So I'm looking at what are the problems that most of these people have? Well, first off, I have to understand who I'm selling insurance to. If I'm selling to college kids, they're going to have a complete different set of problems than I'm selling to seniors. Now, let's just choose blue-collar dads, blue-collar busy dads. And so if I'm selling insurance to men in their 30s who have, let's just say 2 kids, they're married, they work hard to put food on the table. The first thing they do every day is come home, sit in their chair, take their boots off. You have to get so good at articulating their story, their routines, their habits, and it's thought projection. It shows you understand them better than they can articulate themselves. It's stuff they're not even aware of. Okay? But they're like, wow, I feel understood. We want to build as much know, like, and trust factor as humanly possible, as quick as possible. Listen, I've been with girls who have made my life living hell in 2 hours and girls that took 2 years to do it. Okay, so duration has no inkling of impact on the depth. And so we want to get good at going deep quick. We want to penetrate our customers' minds quick. Okay? Why am I using those words? Because they paint word pictures. And it puts you into an emotional state. You have to get good at saying things in a certain way. All right? You have to feel the rain on your skin, as Natasha Bedingfield would say. Bedingfield, my fault. So what am I going to do to create these lead magnets? I'm going to think of what problems these busy blue-collar dads have. What would that be? Well, a lot of them, they feel disrespected. Can you imagine working all day? You've been hammering nails on a roof. The Texas sun is like beating you down. You got a hard hat on. You got your cousin over there who just smokes a joint every break, and he's like, so man, why did dad give you a raise and not me? It's like, I wonder why, Ricky, you're high all the damn time. But you come home after a 12-hour shift of putting on a roof for an ungrateful customer. You're just about to sit in your chair. You're just about to sit in your chair, take your boots off, and relax and spend time with your beautiful family. And your girl comes in and she's like, oh my God, the cable bill, how are we going to afford this? That is a problem that a lot of married men have. And so if I can create a lead magnet, something around that, it's like 3 ways to get your wife to quit bickering about small stuff. Number 2 may shut her up forever. You tell me a man that's married that's not going to click on that. How to get your wife to quit starting arguments after a long, hard day of work. 3 surefire ways to prevent divorce and losing half of everything. Like that's catchy for those people. They're going to click into it. And it's taking them out of pain rather than towards pleasure. Although it's kind of doing both. They're both going in the same direction. It's just, what am I emphasizing in my messaging? And so that's how I'm going to be looking to create lead magnets. That's a problem that I know the dudes face out there that are married, that are working hard, laborious jobs like manual labor, giving them arthritis in their knees. The last fucking thing they want to come home to is bitching and griping over dumb shit. It's the last thing they want to come home to. So if I can give them cheats on how to communicate with their wife better, to say, you know what, like, I wish you just understand that I'm going to take care of this. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. It's already paid. Those bills just come in the mail because the company's slow. Like, I've already got it taken care of. What if I could help men alleviate all their wife's fears and their marriage gets a lot better and they start chasing each other around again like they were kids in high school, and they go from one time a month to one time a day, and he's like, my life's never been better from that free PDF I got from Mason. Do you think he's more likely, more inclined, have more of a proclivity to give me money? Because if my free stuff was that good, the paradigm that's going through his head is, if his free stuff is that good, his paid stuff must be even better. Or he helped me solve this problem, I wonder what else he can help me with. And I'm going to make him an offer to move forward with insurance. Like, hey, you remember that thing I helped you with over here? I actually, like, this is what I specialize in. If you got that, you're going to love this. That's my thought process behind building a lead magnet. It's, what can I do to solve an immediate problem to give them a quick win? I want a quick hit of dopamine. I want to release chemicals in their head that create a chemical addiction and association to me, the one who provided it for them. I want to meet their basic needs that are not being met. This is why people will go join cults. This is why girls who are in bad relationships, supposedly, stay with guys who tell them you're not shit, you're not worth anything. If they have a negative self-image, they will go find a guy who proves them right. And they will keep going back because she's getting a need to be right fulfilled. Which I'll be covering need to be right on day 2 or day 3 of the challenge. If you're not in the Write More Policies challenge, you're missing out. So, Christy, Ariana, I hope that answers your question very specifically. So I'd be looking at What is a quick win I can give my people? And everything is either going to help them make more money or save money. So what's a problem they have that's maybe related to insurance? Maybe it's how to get a bigger tax refund. Maybe you show them how to set up a living will and trust. Like whatever you can do, and you can give them a free step one of many, like Alex Hormozi mentions in his $100 million leads. You can give them a narrow solution. Like you can give them a specific solution to a narrowly defined problem. If I just went to the doctor and said, I'm hurting, and he's just like, here's some morphine. It's like, what the fuck? That's not specific. That's not for me. Now, if I'm like, my knee's hurting and it's because I had this surgery and this didn't go well, and he's like, oh, you need this type of specific you need this injection, you need this treatment. I understand a prescription without diagnosis is malpractice. Yet that's a lot of what you fucking agents are doing. You're selling, you're prescribing without diagnosing the problem. You should be spending 90% of the sale diagnosing the problem and getting them to diagnose themselves. Because anything you tell them can be rejected. Anything they conclude themselves. I'll explain more of that on day 2 of the challenge. So that's how you create lead magnets. That's the thought process behind them. It's what is an immediate win I can give them to show them I know what I'm doing, that if my free stuff is better than everyone else's paid stuff, my paid stuff must be really good, that I know how to solve their problems. I'm the expert. I'm the authority. I know what they're struggling with. I understand them. I can meet their psychological, basic human primitive needs of being needed, of being right, of being in... this is so simple. Like, don't overcomplicate it. It's just what can I solve for them and how easy can I solve it for them? You can give someone a PDF, an ebook, an audiobook. You can sign them up for a newsletter. You can run a challenge, a webinar, a training, a masterclass. You can host a conference. There's millions of things you can do. But the only one that matters is the one they use and get results with. And so this is going to take some fucking testing. Okay? Understand that. Understand that. I'm not so naive or a liar to tell you, like other fucking people in this industry, you're going to knock it out of the park first time. No. Got a newsflash for you, hotshot. Most of you are going to fucking fail miserably the first time. But that's what success looks like. You walk before you run and you crawl before you walk. Okay? So keep getting back up when you fall over. So that one's done and that one's done. We got Victor Cordova's question. How to create opt-in. Well, you can use... any landing page builder. You can use any, God, understand, I could give you an opt-in right now just saying, hey, if you want a free mathematics newsletter, go to runningbuddiesacademy.com and sign up for the newsletter, put your email in, and I'll give you some really cool linguistic and language tools that you can use to not even 2x, but 3x, 4x, and 5x your sales as a life insurance agent. Go to runningbuddiesacademy.com. Get them to opt in that way. You can make a Facebook post for an opt-in and have people comment below. Those are leads. You can contact them whenever you would like, and you can get down in the DMs, as a younger me would say. Okay? You can send that old DM. You can slide in. All right? No lubricant needed. You just hit send message to whoever DMs you or comments below or hearts the post. Those are leads. You can reach out to them. They expressed somewhat of an interest, okay? Now, if you want to get fancy, like Victor, I know you're a member of Running Buddies, so you have access to the Forge. I already have all those funnels done for you. You just go in there and update the stuff for you. All of that stuff is already done, but an opt-in is just, hey, give me your email or give me permission, give me some way to contact you. That is the whole purpose of the opt-in, is to collect contact information for us to reach out to them and try to persuade them, okay? That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, stupid. Mother Nature. It's kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. How to pique curiosity and ask compelling questions. From Luis Garza. And it's great questions, by the way, so far, guys. And if you're on the Facebook or the YouTube and you're like, what's Mason doing in his suit? I wish he would take me out to dinner in this thing. So I know, what can I say? I fucking look good, okay? There's psychological reasons why I wore a suit for the challenge. Anyways, I'll cover that later. How to pique curiosity and ask compelling questions. First thing we have to do is understand people are not clean slates. They've been programmed. They have a current model of reality. They see the world through a certain lens. Okay? And so think of perspectives and all of this stuff as filters. And all we're doing is we're giving people a chance to see things from our lens. Okay? It gives people a chance to see things from a different perspective. I remember when I was young, I kept putting my mom's glasses on saying, "Damn, woman, you're blind. You're blind. How do you see out of these things?" And she wore these Harry Potter spectacles. They would deflect a 50 caliber bullet, the glasses that damn thick. Okay, they were like, what do they say in the movie? Nice hands. Wingardium Leviosa, or something like that. That's what I think of when I think of my mom's glasses. And every time I put them on, I'm like scrunching, like, "How do you see out of these, Mom? You're so blind." She got tired of it one day. She goes, "Because they're prescribed to my eyes, not yours." So understand, not everyone's going to see your vision. Not everyone's going to understand and see your vision. It's going to be blurry for them. It wasn't prescribed to them. That's why you have to get good at painting word pictures and addressing cognitive biases, the bugs in their brain. Okay? You have to say things that capture their attention. Listen, guys, there is nothing you cannot have in this world if you do not dedicate yourself, your life, your mission, your purpose to being a phenomenal communicator. I call it being a mathematician. I always know what to say. And if I don't, you think I do. Okay? And Lee, it actually has nothing to do with the mindset change of the suit. I could give a hell less if I was teaching naked. It just puts me at an advantage in the client's mind. And so I knew everyone else would be dressed down or busy. So just a different thing. Put me at a higher state unconsciously. So how to pique curiosity and ask compelling questions. I want to understand. LOL, no thanks. Anyways, what do they currently believe that I know is not true? Now, instead of me, if someone said, "Pineapple, Mason," pineapple goes, "Actually, I agree with that wholeheartedly because I'm cool." But if someone came up to me and said, "You know what? I like pickles and ketchup on my cheeseburgers," I'd say, "Get the fuck away from me. You're disgusting." So what are you talking about, pickles and ketchup on burgers? That is the nastiest shit I've ever heard of. Now, I wasn't always like that, guys. When I grew up, all I had was pickles and ketchup, and so I developed purposefully an allergic reaction to pickles, and even the sight of it makes me want to fucking vomit. It's like meatloaf. I will never eat meatloaf. I'll never eat lasagna. I'll never eat spaghetti or bologna. In my brain, rejected if it doesn't apply, you might love it. It's poor people food, and I'm not a peasant. I'm not going to eat shit that I hated, that I was forced to eat when I was a kid. And so that's my own little weird way of dealing with shit, okay? But understand, that's my worldview around it. If someone came to, "Mason, you're being delusional. You just need to eat pickles." I'm going to double down and say, "You're a nasty motherfucker. I'm not eating pickles. I'm not eating bologna. And I'm not putting ketchup on anything, you psychopath." I would double down. But if someone said, "You know what? What if you covered the pickle in hot sauce and you tried it on pizza like that?" When I did that, it actually tasted really good, but only you can do it. I'm like, what would that taste like? And now my brain has asked myself a question. I cannot disengage. I have the picture in my mind, and I almost want to go fucking try it right now. But I'm just not, because I'm a man of my word. I said I'm never going to eat pickles. Pickles are disgusting. Cucumbers, I'll tear those fuckers up. Okay? There's no right way to eat a pickle or a banana as a dude. It all looks gay. Okay? So I'm just not going to eat either one of those. I'll stick with my apples and my raw meat. Y'all keep eating your fast food. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask compelling questions, Luis, in a way that gets them to question what they believe are answers, so I can answer what I know they have are questions. Did you catch that? I'm going to get them to question what they believe are answers. I'm going to get them to question their own normalcy. Well, my dad told me that insurance was a scam. How'd that work out for him? People are like, what? Why am I going to sit there and try to be disagreeable and break rapport? You always have to maintain agreement and meet people where they're at if you want to maintain rapport. And rapport is, it's simple. We tend to like people who are like us. When two things are like each other, they tend to like each other. They tend to be like each other, okay? And so I want to maintain agreement the whole way through. I'm not trying to fucking convince people of anything. I'm not trying to butt heads and do car sales and Andy Elliott one-liners. I'm not trying to do any of that shit. I'm trying to get them to question themselves. I'm trying to get them to shoot themselves in the foot with their own fucking logic. Well, my dad told me insurance is a scam. How'd that work out for him? Well, he's dead. How much debt did he leave behind? A lot. How much better would your life have been if you didn't have that debt? Oh man, like I'd have been able to go to college. He started selling himself on the shit. I created the problem necessary to create the need for insurance. Does that make sense? I'm trying to get them to question themselves. I'm trying to loosen their grip on their model of reality about what they believe to be true. And every layer of the onion I penetrate, I go deeper, I carve back, I peel off, the closer they get to just letting it go. Because they're rigid in their beliefs. They're not clean slates. They've been programmed. They have experiences. They believe certain things. And so it's my job to get them to realize the truth and make them run their beliefs to the end, to their hypothetical maxes, to their extremes. Well, let's just say we follow your dad's footsteps and we don't leave anything behind for your kids. And they have the exact same life as you. They deal with the exact same problems as you. Is that what you want to be known for? Is that what you want to be remembered for? How do you feel about your dad? Well, I'm a little mad at him. How do you think your kids will feel about you? Mad at me? Yeah. You want to get rid of that for good? You want to make sure your kids never have anything negative to say about their superhero in their life? You're always selling while you're doing this. Now he can ascribe the label of being a superhero to his kids by buying. We're always trying to build association. We're always trying to make as much mental imagery. Anybody who tells you it's one thing that gets them to buy is a fucking liar. It's never one thing. It's always a million small things. And so it's what are all these little 1% to 2% tweaks and adjustments and ticks and tricks and hacks that can give us those big profit multipliers. It's never one thing. It's always a million small things. I use so many tools that I've mastered. I don't even have to think of, should I use an embedded command right here or an extended quote? Should I use a pattern interrupt? No, it just comes out. I've trained myself to do it. This is master. I don't even have to think about it. So, but that's how you pique curiosity and you ask compelling questions. You make them run out their current belief. Like, what would happen if you keep doing this? What'll happen if you keep doing this? What'll happen if you don't fix it? How did that work out for them? Make them live out their belief. Or you can get them to question their own answers. Like, who taught you that? How do you know that's true? If you can get them to question themselves, it's ethical gaslighting. Like if someone came and asked me, right, let's say I came and asked one of you, what's the capital of Texas? Like Dallas? Like, Dallas? Are you sure? They're like, yeah, Dallas is the capital of Texas. And I'm like, what? I can cause them to doubt themselves. And they'll go so far to the extreme, they'll literally look it up. They'll say, hey Siri, what's the capital of Texas? And they'll ask her. And they'll like, I was right the whole time. Why'd you do that to me? But they're already living an impoverished model of reality. And so I need to get them to conflict their own bullshit. Because most people, left to their own devices, will cling ruthlessly and shield the thing, taking power away from them. Like, my depression is the reason I can't. They're like, because it keeps them safe. People can say they're scared of failure all day long. That's what they get. They may not like it, but that's what they're fucking used to. Come at me with that shit. You're scared of your own success. Success is unknown. It's uncertain. You've never experienced it before. You'll have no idea what it feels like when you walk around with $100,000 just sitting in your bank account. You have nothing to compare that to, and that scares you. You don't know how your friends are going to think you, oh, the money changed him. People say that all the fucking time about me. It did. You know what didn't change you? You're still broke. Okay? So fuck off. So hopefully that answers your question, Louise, specifically. Nobody answers the phone from Shareed. Here's the thing. I don't answer my phone. I don't answer my phone. Most people, you have to meet them how they want to be met. You're not important to them. And so if we're going to get good at getting complete cold strangers who have no clue who we are, if you have no like and trust, you can get people to go through more steps. Like with my warm audience, they can just go register for stuff. But for cold audiences, when I run ads, I have to go through a lot of work to get them to give me money. Okay? And so emails, text, like I just meet them on as many different platforms as possible. Most people just prefer a text or an instant message. I don't answer my phone. My phone stays on do not disturb or it's off, locked in another room all day long. I don't answer anybody unless I just happen to be at my computer and something comes through or I'm waiting for a call. I don't talk to anybody, especially not while I'm working. And so you have to meet people where they are at. They want a text message or a phone call. I mean, they don't want a phone call. They want a text message. That's it. Okay? Most people prefer that over a call. We can say, well, I would rather have a call. I guarantee you, I could call you one day and you'd be like, oh, he's calling. Or she just texts me, I'm busy right now. You only want to be called when it's convenient for you. And you'd still rather know the person. I will not answer any unknown numbers at all. And so you have to get good at meeting people where they're at. Most people prefer a text, so meet them there. When you get really good at communication, you can make it more urgent to jump on a call, which is, I believe, the last question. How to create urgency, Elena asked. She's selling insurance to people, and they're like, well, this is our 6th meeting. What else do you got? How many quotes can you give us? Let me be real with all of you. You are not a fucking quoting tool. You are not a quoting tool. Say it with me out loud. I am not a quoting tool. You got to quit letting people tell you how, it's stupid. So what I want to help you do is create real urgency in sales calls. How do you do that? You dive into the pain. You take the knife and you twist it in their back. You twist it in their back. You whack them on the head with a hammer, and then you sell them the aspirin. You must put people in pain. We can argue that, Mason, I would never do that. That sounds like manipulation. Oh, you best believe it is. Oh, you think you do persuasion. You think you do selling, and what I'm telling you is manipulation. I forgot you are holier than thou, and we are in Facebook church. You begin manipulating at a very young age, and I know you're already resenting that. Simply because of the word I choose. If I chose, you started persuading at a young age when you told your mom that you weren't tired. And when she told you to go to bed, you'd go ask your dad and you'd play the bedtime politics. Manipulation. It's manipulation. Okay? Understand that. Manipulation happens every day. It's a natural thing. It's a result of anything. It's influence. It's persuasion. It's whatever you want to call it. It's propaganda. It's PR, public relations. Us marketers just rebrand words to fit our purpose, our intent. So understand that. Okay? If you want influence over people, the easiest way to get it, like I said, duration of relationship is not affected by depth of relationship. Duration has no impact on the depth. You see girls talk about this all the time. I was with my man for 5 years and you've done more for me in 5 hours. Yeah, because I'm not a dickhead. Okay? I know what you want. You're free. Anyways, I digress. So How to create ethical urgency is the easiest way is to put them in a fight or flight response, parasympathetic nervous, like engage it. Put them in a thing that they want to get out of. Make them aware of the price they pay for the pain they have for the problem that they keep. And they will pay to get rid of it, and they'll pay more faster the more painful it is. Like I said, you have Jane and Joe. Jane has a crippling toothache. It hurts, Mom! And Joe just wants a wider, brighter smile. Who's more likely to go to the dentist today and spend thousands of dollars on an emergency surgery? Jane. She will pay more to get out of pain quicker than Joe will pay to get towards pleasure and more of it. You picking up what I'm putting down? So put people in pain. That way you have something to take them out of. If you're trying to sell insurance on logic, you are fucking with your clients. Because you're just going to leave them more confused. They're going to try to make a decision with information they know nothing about. People do not want to be educated. People don't want to be educated. They just want their problem gone. Understand that. You're on this live not because you care about me, not because you like me, but because you want me to solve your problem or answer your question. I understand that. And so here's the real thing. A lot of you are trying to solve problems that people don't want to pay to get rid of. And so selling insurance, you just have to naturally be good at speaking with people, conversing. You have to be very persuasive. It's a phenomenal product, but people very rarely do what's in their own best self-interest. How do I know that? Well, I remember me and my buddy back in high school, he was coming to me, he's like, Mason, I don't know if I should get back with my ex-girlfriend or just move on. Now, I can't remember what the conversation was, but the advice I give him is like, I think it's a terrible idea to get back with her because once you do that, like you just have to live knowing that you're always going to be with the same person. I can't remember what the hell I said. I was like 17. But he came back to school a week later and he's like, dude, I got back with her. I followed your advice. I was like, brother, what the hell you mean my advice? I didn't tell you to get back with her. I said, leave the bitch. Leave her. Like, leave her alone. She is crazy, capital C, with 2 Y's. Okay? She is crazy. What? How does that even make sense? It's the communication. People are going to be full of assumptions and all that stuff. And so you have to get good at taking them deep into the pain. That way you can take them out towards pleasure. You have to be their little sprinkle of hope in a hopeless situation. There's something I love to read about. It's like people will face nearly insurmountable odds in the face of hope. People will do anything for a piece of hope. Men will go sign up to become cannon fodder in a fucking war where we drop bombs on kids making $2 a day for a piece of hope. Like, that's how extreme it is. People will ignore what their family says because they feel like they don't have a choice and go join fucking cults for a piece of hope. So understand, how can people like David Koresh get people to do what's seemingly against their own self-interest, and you can barely get people to buy a policy that is in their best self-interest? A lot of you have been taught all this honesty is the best policy. Go tell every girl, go tell every guy on their first, it'll probably work on most guys, but most girls, if you just go tell most girls on a first date, hey, I want to get married, have kids, and I want to plow you. Watch how that goes. Watch how that goes. Honesty. What people say they want and what they secretly desire to meet their hidden addictions, their hidden needs, are two separate, very different things. We live in a very paradoxical, conflicting world. Mason, that would never work on me. That's exactly the thought process that would make it work on you. I would say that magic trick would never fool me. That comedian could never make me laugh. And yet I've been fooled by magic tricks and I've laughed at comedians' jokes. So don't fucking tell me this doesn't work. It's basic influence. It's meeting people's needs. It's so simple. It's so simple. And yet you confuse the ever-living shit out of it. You think it's something you do to people rather than you do for people. And I say all that. And yes, it's still manipulation. It's crazy. The more pain you put them in, the bigger the problem in their head. Because that's all they're doing is every time you give them a quote, the problem gets a little bit bigger in their head. Okay? What the hell is this? Joe Camper, what is going on? What are these stars you just sent me? What is this for? I've never been sent stars, so I don't understand what that is. But thank you for the stars. You get a golden star. You get paid on them. All right, all of you fuckers on here, start sending me stars right now. Give me the fucking stars or I'm coming for you. Okay? Start sending me stars. If you're on the live on Facebook, no, Travis, the real ones that make the sound and get me paid. Okay? I want your money. I want your money. Give me stars. Joe, you're going to turn me into a greedy little fucker on here. How you can monetize your professional mode. That's hilarious. How going to make me pop a damn vein in my forehead? All right, YouTube Live still going strong, but hope you guys enjoyed that. We have answered every single question from Write More Policies Challenge Day 1. Like I said, the deeper you take the farther out you take people into deeper waters, the more they will pay for a life raft back. All right? Here I'll leave you with this funny story. They did some stuff in the military where they practiced in their handbooks, like when a ship capsizes, it sinks, or anything like that. When the helicopter is coming to save the people, I'll just show you. I'm going to Redwood. If you guys don't know who Joe Camper is, I just moved all my shit from a different carrier to the Real Bad Boys, okay? One of the tallest dudes I know, and he's got a heart for show, all right? And I'm a poet, and I know it. So if you need auto or home insurance, go fucking check Joe and his guys out. They'll take care of you. They are the only agency I know that does something on the service side of things. I don't know if service is the right word, but they do some things to keep your premiums from going up if you just call them, that I'm not going to give away their secret sauce to because I'm not a dickhead. But yeah, if you guys need a quote for home and auto, go talk to Joe Camper and his guys. Or send me a message and I'll connect you with them. Because I love getting a little fraction for my action at work that it took 10 seconds to set up a message. Okay? So, here's the water. Yep, it's bloody water out here. It's bloody water. This ship is sinking. And here's all these people out here saying, help me, Mason, help me. My insurance career ain't going well. Teach me how to sell. I keep going to bullshit conferences and they keep taking all my money. And I keep buying fucking leads and they just keep stealing all the money from me. And they're all over here crying to be saved and all this. And they're all getting taken advantage of. And it's like a huge bukkake party that no one signed up for. And it's really terrifying. This is a scary place over here. Their wives are out running around at Chuck E. Cheese with all the 5'2" manlets. It's crazy. And they're all begging. And here's me in a helicopter. Here's me smiling, and they see me all the way over here, and they go, "Oh my God, is that Mason here to save us?" I'm not here to save you. You gotta. The funny thing about this is, in the military, they don't fly the helicopter over here and drop a line for people to come up to be saved. I park my helicopter about 150 yards away, and I say, "Y'all swim to me. Y'all swim to me." Like, I'll save your life, but you're going to show some effort, okay? I'm only going to help people who want to be helped. The military understood this. So when a ship capsizes and the people are basically about to drown to death, some people do, because they are unwilling to swim to the thing that can save them, the thing that can help them, okay? It's very simple, but it's effective. It's effective. We can argue, we can bitch, we can gripe, we can moan all day about what's right and what's wrong, and we live in a fairy tale fucking... No, this is reality. You can keep listening to all these other dickheads in this industry that know absolutely nothing about this, and they posture with their mere $1 million a year. That's fucking cute. I mean, nobody can do that in a day. Anyways, this is just basic human nature, and when you understand this stuff, you can use it because it happens naturally. Except you're not aware of it yet. Now you are. But if you're an insurance agent and you want to start using a lot more of these tools, go to writemorepolicies.com. It's not too late to sign up for the challenge. And we got 4 more days of badassery, of mental gymnastics, of mathematics, of always knowing what to say in your insurance sales. Not to 2x, not to 3x, but to 4x, 5x, 6x, 10x your business, 12x your business in a day. Okay? You can make these changes today, just like that. So hopefully all of you enjoyed the YouTube live. Thanks for signing up for the challenge. Hopefully that answered all your questions. And I don't know, come swim towards me. All right? So love you all. Keep being awesome. I'm going to go on a date now. I have a lunch date at 3 because I'm a bad boy. So I'll see you guys after that. I'm going to go put my cards on the table and show her that honesty is the best policy. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay?